Welcome to No Brainer MMA. Connor coming off 11-1,
11-2.
11-2. That's really good.
Yeah, we're killing it.
Really good. Yeah, we got UFC Fight Night, Dern versus Rodriguez, textbook striker versus grappler matchup.
Yes, and people are talking a lot of shit about this. It's not that bad.
Both these girls deserve a main event.
Yeah, but we were just saying next week.
Next week's card, that sucks.
Buckle up. That might be like, I don't know if anyone will watch that. I mean, I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it, but like,
might be the only thing. I don't blame anyone for missing that one at all.
Yeah.
But you want to just skip the recap and go right into the thing?
Yeah, I mean, all you really need to know is Kevin Holland got headbutted, and
yeah, that was. And you know what? I was getting scared because I had him at like the last leg of a couple of parlays, and when it was a no contest, I was like, all right, whatever. I'm just glad to be out of that because he did get knocked out and choked out. I mean, it wasn't a legal headbutt. I mean,
he's a tough motherfucker, though.
Oh, dude, he's so tough. Did you see him? He hunted someone down today. Someone stole
their own arm against their. He was basically rear naked choking this guy with his own arm.
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
It was a sight to see.
You haven't seen it, so go look it up.
Yeah, he chased a guy in a car. The guy tried to ditch the car after that. He got out of the car. Kevin Holland just started chasing after him, and then
definitely knocked him the fuck out.
Oh, dude, that guy looked so defeated. I know that, like,
Kevin Holland put some hands on him because
and you know he was talking in his ear too. I can imagine what he said to that guy. My bad, my computer's about to die. But yeah, and besides that, what was the other one?
The worst main event in recent MMA history.
Very boring Thiago Santos Johnny Walker fight.
It was just super methodical. Both guys fought scared to not get knocked out. I mean, the other guys are dangerous. I understand that, but like, still, you got to throw some more output in that.
Yeah, for sure. That Nico Price Alex Oliveira fight was awesome.
Really wanted Cowboy to get that.
Yeah, even the Jotko, I know it went to decision, but the Jotko Kirkonov was
gross fight of the night. That's what I called it.
Yeah, gross fight of the night. And then Alex Hernandez just completely knocked this dude out. Yeah, Mike Breeden.
First name.
Mike Breeden. Yeah, me too. I'm looking at it. That's why I know it. Knocked him out into another universe. And yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, the prelims were good.
Yeah. Stephanie Hugger.
Judoka.
Jamie Malarkey just like killing it. Always the betting underdog in a 2-fight winning streak against killers. And then Carl Rosa just gave a beat down to Beth Carrera.
Yeah. Great career, Beth. But
yeah. But you know who took a worse beating? Shevchenko. Casey O'Neill beat Shevchenko good.
Bad.
One-sided.
That's why I was very tentative on taking that fight, and I was like, I would not advise you guys to bet money on this.
Yeah, would not. Can't trust her. You don't know which version of her is going to show up. Yeah, 100%. And yeah, that's it. We're going to move right into this one. What do we got on this? Charlie Ontiveros versus Steve Garcia. You want this one, Dan? You want me to take it?
You can take it. This is the gross fight of the night for me.
Oh, we agreed this is the gross fight of the night. Steve Garcia 1-1 under the UFC umbrella. Lost his UFC debut in his last time out to Luis Pena, where Pena got a unanimous decision victory and got over 14 minutes of control time. He wins mostly by KO TKO with 8 of his 11 wins by KO TKO. He looked great in his Contender Series fight, but that was over some pretty low quality competition. So it's tough to see where he's at right now. He's taken on 11-7 Charlie Ontiveros, who's 0-1 in the UFC and made his debut on a 5-day notice against Kevin Holland.
Where he tapped due to a fucking slam.
Yeah, that was wild. And that was one of the fights on Kevin Holland's 2020 5-fight win streak. He is dropping all the way down to lightweight. For this fight, he fought Kevin Holland at 185, but he normally fights at 170. So he's dropping down to lightweight for the first time. Honestly, he's a big guy. I don't know how that weight cut's going to go.
I think he's going to wait.
Yeah, all 7 of his losses have been finishes. 4 of those in the first round. Does not fight smart at all. He goes out there looking for a finish without any regard for what's going to happen to him. Like entertaining, but you know,
At the same time,
it's
not. You want to have some strategy behind it.
11-7. We're talking about. It's crazy.
It's almost a 1-1.
He's not all bad though. Like I'm saying, like his last 3 wins have all been finishes, but I don't think he's UFC caliber. So I'm gonna go with Steve Garcia in this one.
Yeah, I mean, to lock it up, first fight of the night, I think it's all Steve Garcia. I mean, we haven't seen much of Charlie Ani Taveros, but still, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, but still, I don't care.
Yeah. This gross fight of the night, like we said, but we're both agreeing on that one, right there. We're both going Steve Garcia.
Yeah, we're going Steve Garcia.
All right, we're gonna move right into the next one. Loopy Godinez versus Sam Hughes.
Yeah, I'm quite a fan of Loopy Godinez, honestly. She has some solid striking. She came into the UFC, lost a split decision to Jessica Penne, who is a grizzled UFC veteran. Yep. I know she got suspended a bunch of times, or she got a really long suspension or something, but still.
4 years.
Sam Hughes, who has lost her first 2 UFC fights to Tisha Torres, where she got absolutely decimated on the feet, and then Loma Lupume, which she lost via unanimous decision.
Tough company.
Going for her is she does have some size on her Mexican counterpart, but at the same time, I really like Loopy's strikes. She's a solid striker with great fundamentals. You don't see no fucking telegraphed overhand rights like as all of her punches. She is methodical. She'll throw her jab. She'll throw a solid left hook, the uppercuts. You know, she has all that in her arsenal. I just want to see what else she has. I think this is a good fight for Loopy to get a W in her second UFC outing, and yeah, I think she gets it done. She might even get the finish for all we know, because Sam Hughes got absolutely decimated on the feet by Tisha Torres.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna definitely agree with you on this one. Technically, this is Loopy versus Hughes 3. They have 2 fights taking place on the amateur circuit. The first fight ending in a draw, and the second fight ended in a unanimous decision win for Loopy. So I'm gonna start at Loopy. 4-1 their last 5. Former LFA champion, lost her UFC at her last time out, like Dan said. Pretty close fight. Well-rounded. Split decision. Yeah, tough outing. Yeah, she's got some pretty good grappling too. I know you talked about her striking. She's a pretty good grappler too. She's taken on Sam Hughes, 0-2 in the UFC, but fought some tough competition, like Dan said also. Getting beat up pretty bad in both those fights. She has a -3 striking differential and 44% takedown defense over those 2 fights. Very poor. Her back is against the wall, but I think Loopy closes the distance, uses her grappling, gets a decision.
I think she uses her striking.
Yeah. I don't know what the odds are for this one right now, but
Loopy's at around a -200.
Like, yeah, so you're saying I'm saying she's gonna grapple. You're saying she's gonna strike, and she's just better wherever the fight goes. Bottom line.
Yeah.
It's simple as that.
Sorry.
What'd you say?
Sorry, Sam Hughes.
Yeah, sorry, Sam Hughes. Don't know what to tell you, but get better. Coming from me. Yeah, I shouldn't say that. She's better than she can beat me up.
Yeah, she could beat.
I'm sorry, Sam Hughes. We're both
not gonna win this fight.
But you're not gonna win. I'm not gonna bet on you. But you know, you're a real sweetheart, Sam Hughes. All right. Both agreeing. We're going Loopy. We're gonna move right into the next one. Charles Rosa versus Damon Jackson. Charles Rosa 3-2 in his last 5. Me, right?
Yeah, I said this one's easy for me.
Oh, really? This one was a little tougher for me. Charles Rosa 3-2 in his last 5. Wins mostly by submission. 11 of his 14 wins have been finishes. -0.5 striking differential, 36% accuracy. Also 1.8 takedowns per fight at 37% and 37% takedown defense. Pretty low takedown defense. But he's very good on the ground. BJJ black belt under ATT coach Ricardo Laborio. He's taken on Damon Jackson, also 3-2 in his last 5, 1-1 since returning to UFC back in 2020. The loss being a KO from Ilya Taporia.
Very shitty.
Yeah, very. And he has a win over Mirsad Bektic in a fight where Bektic, in my opinion, clearly beat Jackson.
I mean, that's the thing in MMA.
1 second he got caught, he loses the fight.
The better fighter doesn't always win the fight.
Yeah, he got beat up bad by him, and then he just was it. But he won, so you can't take. It's a little fluky, but what are you gonna do? He won. He won away. He went away the winner. He also wins mostly by sub. 17 of his 18 wins ending in a finish.
Yeah, no, he's a beast on the mat.
Yeah, both guys have a lot of similarities. The biggest being their submission game, but when both guys are both grapplers, they tend to stand on the feet. I think Rosa has a lot better striking, so I'm gonna go with Charles Rosa in this one.
You hit every point I was gonna hit. I think Rosa's got the fight overall, and he's an underdog. So Charles Rosa for the win.
You know what, Dan? After this, I'm gonna put a nice chunk of change on Charles Rosa because when we agree on an underdog, I always take it.
Facts.
Good shit. Oh, can I get this next one actually?
Yeah, you can.
All right, dope. And then you get the next two or whatever two you want. We're both agreeing on that underdog, Charles Rosa. We're going to move right into the next one. Alexander Romanov versus Jared Vanderhoff. Big fan. Alexander Romanov. He's got a perfect 14-0 record. Former Moldova.
Last time he fought, though.
That because Juan Espina is no joke. Let me say that. He is, both guys grappling was high level. They might have like the two best. I can't say that because Curtis Blades, but maybe both of those guys are top 5 grapplers in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, but that's not saying much.
Yeah, there's few and in between.
Alexei Oleinik.
It's killer, dude. You gonna talk shit about him?
I'm saying he's up there when it comes to grapplers.
And he's like fucking 43 years old.
Still choke somebody out while they got him out.
He does, that's for sure. And Glover. So maybe they're like top 6. Former Moldovan team Olympic wrestler, 3-0 in the UFC, 13 of his 14 fights ending by finish. His last time out was the only decision he had against Juan Espina. He's got a plus 2.2 striking differential at 44% accuracy and 4.8 takedowns per fight at 61% accuracy. He's taken on Jared Vanderhoff, 3-2 in his last 5, 2-1 in the UFC. Wins mostly by KO TKO. 10 of his 12 wins have ended in a finish. He averages 5.6 strikes per minute at 50% accuracy, but has yet to defend a takedown in the UFC. 3 of his 5 losses have come by submission. Excuse me. I knew that wasn't right. And in his fight against Sergey Spivak, he was taken down for 8 minutes and 30 seconds in a 2-round fight, which ended in him getting KO'd. I think just Romanov is a better wrestler than Spivak, so we're going to see a similar outcome, except maybe quicker. So I'm going Romanov.
I'm going to take Romanov as well. I don't really trust Vanderhoff. The minus 500 line on Romanov is definitely telling of where the fight's where everybody thinks the fight's gonna go, and I can't stray away from that. Like, there's too much logic behind that. So Romanov takes the W in this one. Not much else I can say.
Yeah, the guy's a complete animal.
Yeah, his gas tank has some issues though.
Yeah, he's got to get better at that. But we're both agreeing the minus 500 Alexander Romanov. We're going to move right into the next one. Laureano Starpoli versus Jamie Pickett.
All right, this is an interesting one. Starpoli is coming off of 3 straight losses, and Pickett is coming off of 2 straight losses. He lost, but Jamie Pickett has fought Tafon Nchukwi and Jordan Wright. Those are 2 solid contenders.
Yeah, Jordan Wright. So yeah, Jordan Wright.
Yeah, the Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah.
This is honestly a pretty tough fight to call, if you want me to be honest. Yeah. I wouldn't like. Starpoli is a minus 200 favorite, which is kind of crazy to me. Isn't that?
It's crazy, but I think it's just because we've seen Jamie Pickett just get beat up so far in the UFC.
Yeah, but like it was Tafon Nchukwi and Jordan Wright. Like,
yeah, so definitely like good competition, but like everyone has a bad taste in their mouth probably from seeing Jamie Pickett lose 4 out of 5 UFC fights, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But Starpoli has lost his last 3 as well.
Yeah,
But
definitely. He's looked better in the losses though.
But he did show something in his fight against Roman Delice.
Also, gas tank issues.
Yeah, Roman Delice has some serious gas tank issues. Good God.
Good God.
Overall, I'm gonna take Starpoli. It's hard to pick against Pickett because even though he has fought high level competition, I've really seen nothing but him getting beat up.
Yeah.
At least if you go back on Starpoli's career, he's got wins over Thiago Alves, Hector Aldana,
And then
and
he fought studs.
some of his fights on the regional scene where he was just killing people. So I'm gonna take him in this fight, but it is sketchy. I wouldn't necessarily throw it in a parlay or nothing.
Yeah. I'm gonna totally agree with you on this one, Dan. Jamie Pickett, 2-3 in his last 5, 1-4, like I said, under the UFC umbrella. He's does win mostly by KO. He's very exciting to watch. But also is just low IQ when it comes to fighting as well, where he'll just get KO'd. Very poor striking differential for a guy who strikes most of the time, minus 2.4 striking differential. Does have 1.4 takedowns per fight at 40% accuracy, but most of those are like desperation takedowns, because he's getting beat up so bad. 37% takedown defense, questionable chin, got knocked down in his last 2 fights, taking on Laureano Starpoli on a 3-fight losing skid, like Dan said. I think good competition. Muslim Salikov, the Dirty Bird, Roman Delice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't lose to scrubs.
Also a tough guy, loses all by unanimous decision. Also very tough. This one might be good to take the over.
Unless Jamie Pickett gets beat up again.
Yeah, no, but he'll take a beating.
And he survived 3 rounds with Tefan.
Yeah, exactly. He also wins mostly by KO TKO, but he'll be at a 9-inch reach disadvantage Saturday. But Pickett lost to Punahele Soriano and Charles Bird, and they had very similar reaches. So it's not, too crazy to say that Starpoli will win.
Yeah, no, I think he's got it.
Yeah, I think he's got it too. I'm definitely agreeing.
But the minus 200 makes me skeptical to bet on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll bet on that one either. Nothing good could come from it. All right, dope. We're both agreeing. Laureano Starpoli. We're gonna move right into the next one. Chris Gutierrez versus Felipe Kolaris.
It's all you.
Nice. Chris Gutierrez, 4-0-1 in his last 5. Bounces around divisions between bantamweight and featherweight. Just
doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. He'll take a fight wherever, like either one, possibly even lightweight. I wouldn't put it past him. But this one's at featherweight. Very technical striker. Killer leg kicks.
I was gonna say his leg kicks are fucking
Killer
beautiful.
leg kicks. Got some great cardio. Can go 5 rounds easy. +2 striking differential, 57% accuracy, 73% takedown defense. Taking on Felipe Kolaris, who's coming over some bullshit win over Luke Sanders. Luke Sanders won that fight. He's 2-2 in the UFC nonetheless. What'd you say?
Cool Hand Luke.
Cool Hand Luke beat him, dude. Watch that. He beat him bad too. Whatever. He wins mostly by submission. He has got black belts in judo and BJJ. Has finished 7 out of his 10 wins.
Pretty gonna be diving for the legs.
For sure. And he's pretty green, though, 27 years old, with 4 out of his 10 wins coming from people making pro debuts. So he hasn't really fought too many good competition fights, in my opinion. This, I think, is just too quick, too soon. Yeah. I'm pretty confident in Chris Gutierrez in this one.
So am I. I mean, he's got that win over Andre Ewell at UFC 258. The infamous undefeated night by me. Nice. Pat myself on the back for that one.
Yeah. Great night.
He had that draw against Cody Durden, and then had that leg
fight.
What?
That Cody Durden one was sick. I love Cody Durden.
Yeah, so do I.
That guy's the fucking man.
He's the man. And yeah, he had that win via leg kicks against Vince Morales. If I'm not mistaken, he dropped him like 4 times for leg kicks. Like this guy can fucking kick like a fucking mule. This is pretty, again, like I don't have much to say about it because I think he's gonna be able to stuff the takedowns. If the fight does go to the ground, Kolaris obviously has the advantage. He has been subbed before by Raoni Barcelos, but that guy's a fucking stud, so there ain't nothing wrong about that. So yeah, I'm gonna take Chris Gutierrez in this one as well. But he's a pretty big favorite, so
What is he?
throw him in a parlay, throw him in a parlay. If you want to do the over, if you want to play the over under game, you could do that as well. Yeah, we'll see.
What's the odds, Dan?
He's minus 280, 300,
Already.
75. Yeah.
He's gonna be like 350 by Saturday, maybe more. No,
Yeah.
probably 350.
325.
Yeah, something like that. All right, yeah, that one's easy. I really like Chris Gutierrez in that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both
We agreed on every fight so far? Yeah, we have.
holy shit. I'm betting big on this one. We're both agreeing on this one. Chris Gutierrez, right into the next one. Phil Hawes, Duran Win. Take it away, Dan.
Okay, this fight is Duran Win makes me laugh.
Dude, what? Dude,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, remember his
watching like a freak show fight, you know, like those like 300-pound guys versus like a guy that's like 7'4", you know, like it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. This fight is going to be very easy for me to call. Phil Hawes is going to beat the shit out of Duran Win. Duran Win when I personally don't think this guy's going to make weight. This guy's like 5'7" fighting at light heavyweight.
This would be the third time. He has 3 fights at middleweight, I think, and he missed weight once already. So he's 1-2 on the fights, and he also has like 190-pound catchweight fights that I don't even count. You know what I mean?
He's listen,
188 catch
wins that Megatron Phil Hawes has. He's beaten Kyle Dawkins, who just co-main evented
and
last week and won that fight.
Kevin, I know Kevin Holland got knocked out, but he beat him. He choked him out.
I still am gonna say that was flukish. They need to run that fight back.
Oh, for sure. I think Holland beats him. They fight again. Holland wins that.
He knocked out Jacob Malkoun in 18 seconds.
And
I mean, this guy's just been on a fucking tear. I mean, he had that pretty close fight with Nasruddin Imanov, but that guy's a fucking stud as well. So I like how he's staying active. He's fighting every 3 to 5 months. I'm gonna take Megatron. This is my lock of the night. I have very, very little confidence in Duran Win. I know he's boys with Daniel Cormier and he fights out of AKA. I get it. He beat Eric Spicely and Tom Lawler, and Antonio Arroyo, but come on. Like,
yeah, he beat 3 trash cans.
Filthy Tom Lawler ain't a trash can.
I mean, we're not talking like Tom Lawler. He probably fought him at Tom Lawler's last fight in the UFC, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, like he was an old Tom Lawler.
I don't think it. No, I think it was at the Chuck Liddell fight.
Really?
I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let me check one more time.
That up.
Yeah, it was at Liddell Ortiz 3.
No.
Yep, he fought on that card.
Holy shit. That's fucking hilarious.
Nobody who fought on that card is on a path to winning in the UFC. So I got Megatron.
Dude, Tito Ortiz? He's just hitting his stride.
Yeah, getting knocked out in 40 seconds by Anderson Silva.
Oh, he's a fucking guy.
Whose first 2 strikes knocked him the fuck out.
There's this one guy. You probably follow him on Twitter too. Shout out to that dude. He just like follows. He posts so many Tito Ortiz clips, and it's just always like Tito Ortiz like talking like a fucking idiot.
I mean, Tito Ortiz versus the English language. That's been his biggest fight throughout these years.
Dude, that's not wrong. But yeah, let's get back into this. I don't know where we go straight off like that. I'm gonna start with Phil Hawes, 4-1 under the UFC umbrella. Former college wrestler and BJJ brown belt. and only lost to Julian Marquez, who's also a stud. And after that loss, he fought that fight on the Contender Series, lost to Julian Marquez. He took 2 years off. He moved to Thailand and he trained Muay Thai because he needed to get better at striking. And since then, he's gone on a 7-fight winning streak, 9 out of his 11 wins being finishes, mostly by KO TKO.
Heads off. That's what he does.
Yeah, that's for sure. He's got an even striking differential, 58% accuracy, and 2.7 takedowns per fight at 38% accuracy. Just very well rounded now. That really helped him. Wait, what?
I was trying to convey it's not going the distance.
Oh, I had no idea what you were talking. I'm like, what are you trying to say? He's yet to be taken down in his UFC career. But he's taken on Deron Winn. Deron Winn might get a takedown on him because that's what he does. He's had some trouble since moving to 185. Like I said, going 1-2 at middleweight, missing weight one of those times. Former Olympic freestyle wrestler. Averages 5 takedowns a fight at 52% accuracy. Just like absurd numbers. He's got a minus 0.4 striking differential and only a 70-inch reach. He'll be at a 7-inch reach disadvantage. Like I said, Winn might secure some takedowns in this, but Hawes has the grappling ability to stuff most of them, I'm confident in saying. And definitely for sure has the striking advantage. So I'm going to go Hawes, Dan. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance this fight could be absolutely gross, but I don't think so.
Yeah, Deron wins. He'll make a fight gross.
That's what I'm scared of. Deron wins making this fight gross.
He'll wrestle fuck you too. That's what he does. He's known for that.
Yeah, but I feel like Phil Hawes is strong enough to just take him down. He's done it before. Just take them down off of, like, his back is against the cage, and he'll just be like, "Nope, you're going down."
It's just absurd. He's 5'6", and he fought at 205 for most of his career. So, I mean, like, it works for wrestling. Like, that's the perfect body type you want, probably. But it doesn't work for fighting.
It doesn't.
Yeah. Well, it could, but it's just a lot. You got to be fucking dope. Daniel Cormier-esque.
Exactly.
Otherwise, it's just not going to work. So if you're not great at it, it's not going to work. We're going to agree. We're both going, whoever the fuck it is.
Phil Hawes.
Phil Hawes.
That'll bring us into our next one. We got Maria Agapova versus Sabina Meza. 2 battles. Both of them are 24 and both are on the upswing in their UFC careers. They are both coming off of losses. Sabina Meza lost a fight to Alexis Davis most recently, and Agapova lost her last fight to Shanna Dobson. May I say, though, she came out in the fight against Shanna Dobson ready to fucking kill her. I think she was throwing her all into everything and gassed out within 3 minutes or 4 minutes of that fight. I think she's a lot better than that. She's training out of American Top Team. She's a solid striker. She's got a good ground game. Her only losses are to Shanna Dobson and to Tracy Cortez. That's if you're gonna lose to 2 people. Maybe Shanna Dobson's a little iffy now, but Tracy Cortez, no joke. Yeah, obviously no joke. Sabina Meza, on the other hand, also pretty young. Her inexperience cost her in her last fight, in my opinion. Or just Alexis Davis, being the savvy vet that she is, won her the fight. This fight is fairly close. Both I like Agapova's lengthiness though. She's 5'6", 68-inch reach. Let's see. Actually, Meza's got long. She's taller and has a longer reach. So this fight will be very interesting. I want to see them kind of just stand up and fucking see what happens throughout the fight. This could be a very close fight between 2 people that could be. They're both going to be ranked, and they're both going to be ranked in the top 10 in the next 2 years, in my opinion. These girls are no joke. I'm gonna take Agapova in the upset in this one, though. I think that she's just got that unrelenting pressure. She's just got to get that cardio a little bit better. But I think she's made improvements. She hasn't fought since that Dobson fight, which was in it was over a year ago. So she took like a year off. I feel like a lot of that was conditioning based. So I think Agapova gets it done in this one.
Yeah, I think this is the first one we're going to disagree on, Dan.
It's a close fight, so
Close fight. That's what we do. We're that good. Maria Agapova, 1-2 in the UFC. Lost that contender series fight to Tracy Cortez. Tracy Cortez, like Dan said, is the real deal. But then went 2-0 in Invicta with 2 first-round finishes. Got signed back to the UFC and has gone 1-1.
She destroyed that first girl she fought.
Yeah, she did. She did.
And she was a massive, massive favorite against Shanna Dobson.
Yeah, but you know how I feel about Shanna Dobson.
Shanna Dobson was a plus 700 underdog.
Oh, dude. That's
just showing how highly people thought of Agapova. And I haven't I call when somebody has that hype and it all dies down, I'm not the guy to kick them while they're down. I'm saying the hype is still there. It got dropped down a notch, but you make improvements, make adjustments, and you get better. She was only 23 when she took that last fight. Yeah, you're gonna fucking lose when you're super young and in the biggest stage of them all. It's gonna happen, but Agapova's got this, in my opinion.
Oh, dude, that was beautifully said. Agapova wins mostly by sub. 7 out of her 9 wins have been by finish. Minus 0.5 striking differential, 1.2 takedowns at 66% accuracy. That's unbelievably highly accurate. Yeah, that's crazy. She's taken on Sabina Meza, 3-2 in the UFC. Muay Thai fighter. She's like a pretty high volume striker, 6.5 strikes per minute. A plus 2.
This could be fight of the night.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you never know. Plus 2.7 striking differential, 44% accuracy, 66% takedown defense. The odds are pretty close. Meza, I think, is at a minus 155. I think Meza wins this one though. I haven't really liked what I've seen from Agapova yet, but this fight is going to a decision. I'm almost certain of it.
I could see a finish.
You think so?
I like Agapova's game, man. I really do.
Dude, yeah, this is what's her odds? What's the
30 or something? I'm gonna be eating on that.
Might be worth it. But this is the first one we're disagreeing on. Dan's going Maria Agapova. I'm going Sabina Meza. And we're going to move right into the next one. Tim Elliott versus Matthias Nicola. Okay, I'm going to start at the real one, Tim Elliott. 2-3 in his last 5.
He doesn't like women beaters.
I'm going to get into that. Don't you worry. His 3 losses coming from Brandon Royval, Davison Figueiredo, Askar Askarov. Can you ask to fight 3 harder people in a row? He might be on the toughest 3-fight losing skid ever like that.
Yeah, but he came back and won 2 in a row, which is...
Yeah, that's true. Not losing skid, but out of his last 5. Elite competition, to say the least. And then he beat Ryan Benoit and the woman beater, Jordan Espinoza, who, if you don't know that video just got released recently of Tim Elliott just beating the hell out of Jordan Espinoza on the ground. He's just like, "You a woman beater? He's just like, I guess the guy Espinoza beat his girlfriend or something, and he took it out on him. Tim Elliott gave him a beating. He's a UFC veteran, 15 fights, great grappler, brown belt in BJJ, former NCAA wrestler, plus 0.85 striking differential. That's really good considering the people that he's fought. Averages 4 takedowns a fight at 50% accuracy. He's taken on Matthias Nicola, 4-1 in the UFC. He's got a plus 1 striking differential at 52.
Lost that fight to Manel Cape.
He did lose that fight to Manel Cape. 52% accuracy, 2 takedowns per fight at 44% accuracy. Has yet to be taken down in the UFC though. I see that changing after this fight. This fight is probably the toughest one so far for me to call, honestly.
The flyweights are always tough to call.
Always, yeah. Both guys are well-rounded, definitely. Nicola, although doesn't have the experience that Elliott has.
He has the resume.
Yeah, he's got, and I think he's got the higher ceiling. So I'm gonna go with Nicola on this one. But
He's been fighting the UFC since 2015.
Yeah, this is the toughest one for me to call, though, I think.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's got fucking submissions for days. Nicola.
I was torn.
He can strike. He's very well rounded. As much as I like Tim Elliott, it's a really tough fight for him. He's 34. When you get older in those lighter divisions where speed is not only a
mandatory,
speed is a necessity at that. And when you lose your speed, you kind of lose everything, unless your name is Jose Aldo, where you just come out and look faster than ever at 135 somehow. But I don't think that Tim Elliott comes out and looks like fucking.
Tim Elliott will look good. He's going to get takedowns, and it's going to be a close fight. But I just think that
maybe split decision. I'm taking Nicola, though.
I think Nicola has already 2 split decision wins in the UFC. So this fight is tough to call. I don't know what the odds are right now. Do you know, Dan?
Nicolao's like a minus 188, 190 favorite. Minus 200.
Yeah, that's
is his best odds I've seen.
Yeah, that's too much, I think. It should be very, very close.
Yeah.
All right. So we are agreeing on that one, though. We're going Matthias Nicola, and we're gonna move right into the next one, which is Rude Boy Randy Brown versus Jared Gooden.
Ooh, I'm excited for this one. Randy Brown, let me fucking tell you about this guy. Yeah. This guy is a fucking wizard. He is a fucking wizard. Am I wrong?
No, dude, you're 100% right.
Like, his last loss is to Vicente Luque. Okay, so what? Like, everybody.
Muhammad, so what?
Nico Price. I mean, back when Nico Price was not bad.
Exactly.
He has gotten submitted and he has been knocked out before, but I like Randy Brown overall as a fighter. I mean, he submitted Cowboy Oliveira. That's impressive. He submitted Warley Alves. He knocked out Brian Barberena. Like, this guy is no fucking joke. And I'm happy they gave him a co-main spot to give him some light, because this guy's good.
Very good.
And he's taking on Night Train Jared, the Night Train Gooden.
Is that his name?
I think so. Yeah,
we're running out of nicknames.
Yeah, he's coming off of a win over Nicholas Stolze, where he knocked him out in a minute. Beautiful right hand that he landed. This was just a couple months ago, back in July. Before that, he lost 2 unanimous decision he lost 2 unanimous decision fights in his first 2 UFC fights to Abubakar Nurmagomedov and Alan Jouban, which is going to happen. This fight is honestly pretty close, but I'm going to take Rude Boy Randy Brown because I think he's just more well-rounded. He's got some slick grappling, and he's got very slick submissions. Like, his submission game is no fucking joke. Like, if you've seen some of these fucking one-armed fucking chokes that he does, you'll be blown away.
Oh, yeah, dude. I 100% agree. I'm going Rude Boy Randy Brown. And you know what? He started the UFC very green, only 6-0 when he joined the UFC, and
it's grown before our eyes.
Yeah, dude. He's gone to have 11 UFC fights, going 7-4. That's amazing. That's amazing. With all of his losses coming from high level competition, like Dan said, 11 out of his 13 wins have come by finish, 6 KOs, 5 subs, very well rounded. He has a +1 striking differential, 1 takedown per fight at 46% accuracy on 71% takedown defense. He's going to be taking on Jared Gooden, 1-2 in the UFC, who, no offense, I see as kind of like a store brand version of Rude Boy. He has a -2.5. A little bit. What'd you say?
They stand up. They kind of remind me of each other.
Yeah, exactly. Except Jared Gooden takes a lot of damage. -2.5 striking differential. Also 1 takedown.
A lot of that's from the bottom, though. You got to take that into account.
That's true. He's just getting beat up on the ground. He's landed both takedowns he's attempted in the UFC, and 83% takedown defense. Tough as nails, though. 5 out of his 6 losses coming from decision. Very hard to finish. However, I think Rude Boy Randy Brown is on another level. So I'm going to go Brown in this one.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you.
Yeah, not at all, right?
Randy Brown all day.
Brown all day. We're gonna agree on that one. Both going Rude Boy Randy Brown. Right into the main event, Marina Rodriguez versus Mackenzie Dern. And that's me. All right, let me start with Marina Rodriguez. 3-1-1 in her last 5 on a 2-fight winning streak.
Bring it up.
Over Michelle Watterson and some other girl. I forget her name. Amanda Hibas. And her only career loss being from Carlos Esparza and a split decision loss. Just gonna happen. She's got some great Muay Thai, a plus 1.65 striking differential, 48% accuracy, only 62% takedown defense, mediocre in the middle. It's not bad, it's not good. And her two UFC draws, 1 loss. She was taken down 2 times, 3 times, and 5 times in those fights. That seems to be her weak point.
100%. And Amanda Hibas took her down quite easily in the first round until Marina Rodriguez caught her in the second.
Exactly. She is going to have her hands full with Mackenzie Dern, 4-1 in her last 5, coming off a loss to a fellow opponent in Amanda Hibas. So MMA math, Rodriguez wins. Dern is probably top 3 or top 5, like BJJ practitioners, like just unbelievably skilled. At
number 1 in the world at one point.
Yeah, exactly. She has an even striking differential, 38% accuracy, only 0.5 takedowns a fight, but that's because she pulls guard every single time instead of getting takedowns.
She's one of the few that, like, I would say 90% fighters overall, when they get, I'm taking this from Chael Sonnen, so shout out to Chael Sonnen. Not when you're on your back, 90% of the time you're gonna fucking lose. Right. And when you're in an event, 99% of the time you're gonna lose. Right. But Mackenzie Dern is in that 1% where it's like 50-50. Yeah. You know, like if she's on her back, it's 50-50. Unless it was Hibas was on top of her and beating her up the entire fight. But like, yeah, she's gotten a lot better since then. She's moved her training camp. She's training with Jason Perillo, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. She's looked great.
100%. 100%. Stylistically, I like this for Dern, but Rodriguez has definitely fought harder competition and has more UFC experience. But Dern's striking has gotten a lot better recently, and she's just so good on the ground. I am going to go with Dern in this one, but I am not at all going to place any amount of money on it.
Yeah, this is my stay away from fight of the night. This is a main event that you should enjoy. One of these fighters is probably, I think this could be a number 1 contenders match if one of them
be, dude. Very well could be.
Talking for real.
Yeah.
If Mackenzie Dern gets Marina Rodriguez to the ground on top position in the first round and gets maybe even 2.5 minutes, mm-hmm. the fight's over. She's gonna catch her in a submission. Like, she's that good, you know? Yeah. Marina Rodriguez, on the other hand, could catch Dern with one of those right hands or a knee or something and do the exact same thing. So this fight is very close. Marina Rodriguez is coming off of that dominant decision win over Michelle Watterson, where it was just kind of sad to watch. Yeah. Watterson just got beat up for 5 rounds. That was a main event, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like, it wasn't even close. Marina Rodriguez has only lost once too. She has the draw to Cynthia Calvillo and
tough competition
to Brenda Marcos, but that was back in 2018. Wins over Tisha Torres. But last fight for Mackenzie Dern, I doubted her against Nina Nunez.
Really?
And I did doubt her. I thought Nina had that fight. I thought I was like, Mackenzie Dern's a little too one-dimensional for her. But at this point, Mackenzie Dern has made so much improvements in her game. She's only 28 years old. She's hitting the stride in her prime of her career. I think this is where she starts. If she's going to make a run at the title, it's going to be now. This is her best chance at getting there. She's fighting somebody that she can submit because, let's face it, anybody that she fights, she can submit.
That's true.
So yeah, I'm gonna take Mackenzie Dern as well, but I would not bet on this because Marina Rodriguez has fucking hands, elbows, knees, and she'll fucking kick you in the head if she's got it.
Yeah. And who knows? Would it be crazy to bet on a draw on this one, Dan? Is that just out of the realm of possibility?
I mean, it is and it isn't. I think this fight is not going the distance.
Wow. Okay.
Not going the distance. It's either going to be a Marina Rodriguez KO TKO or a Mackenzie Dern sub. That is my prediction.
All right, that's fair enough. But we're both
a much better fight than last week's main event. That is
actually, yes, you're right about that. We are agreeing on the main event hesitantly. We're both going Mackenzie Dern, and that's wrapping this one up. UFC Vegas 39. That's it. What do you got to say, Dan? What do you got?
Sketched out about the pick, honestly.
Yeah, that's tough. But we agreed on fucking 90% of this, right?
We only disagreed on one fight.
One fight the whole time?
Yeah.
Side bet.
Agapova, $20.
Meza, $20. Lock it in. And that's it for No Brainer MMA. We're signing off, Dan.
Yeah, UFC Fight Night, UFC Vegas 39.
Something like that.
It's gonna be on in the AM for you East Coasters.
Oh, for real?
We're East Coasters, so
yeah.
It starts at 11 a.m.
What the holy shit, man? Yeah, I'm gonna thank God you told me.
Fuck up.
Yeah, get ready. Drink your coffee. All right, we're out of here.